Hi everyone, and welcome back to another product review and a stamp with me video. In today's video, I'm going to show you some new products that I got in from Maniology, some of their new releases, 3 new stamping polishes, and 2 new plates. I'm going to do some fun spring Easter designs, so if this interests you, just keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is this Lotus Mat. I have a regular sheet of paper on my desk, and this Lotus Mat is a little bit bigger. Well, actually, it's quite a bit bigger than the piece of paper underneath. And I love the fact that there are nails on the side where you could practice your stamping designs on the mat itself. So if you are unsure what kind of design you want, you can practice right on the mat, and then it removes quite easily with acetone, and the mat is acetone and alcohol friendly. So the first plate I picked was M554, which is a plate of swirls. Now, for some reason, I struggle with swirls, so I thought this would be a great plate to have. Oh, hello there. This would be a great plate to have if you struggle with hand-painted swirl designs. And then the other plate I chose was M562, and this is a very traditional Easter plate. So I'm going to do 3 designs with each of the plates. And again, as always, I have no plan in place. I am just going to wing it. So let's get started. So the first stamping polish I want to share with you is called Bloom B545, which is this pastel earthy sage green. And I'm just going to put 1 thin layer down on my nail tip, and I will put a second layer on, but I will do that off camera. The next color is called Renew B544, and this is a pastel blue, also with a gray undertone, so a very earthy pastel baby blue. And drying time is quite quick. I do wait about 30 to 60 seconds and then put my second layer on. And then the last color I'm going to show you is Radiate B546, which is this really pretty earthy lavender color. This color would be a great fall color too, and I'm finding a lot of the spring colors this year do have that gray undertone to them. So I am taking Radiate, and we're going to use this plate here, and I'm just going to do some stamping, sort of tone on tone, because you guys know how much I really love that look, and we're just going to see what I create, what I come up with. So unfortunately, there are going to be some dark parts to this video just because my camera will kind of close its lens per se when it's too bright, and that's what happens when I am putting the stamping polish on the plate in some areas of this video, so I do apologize for that. And I love how this one turned out. This one really surprised me. I did not I don't know, I just didn't expect the look to look so wild. So here's the 3 designs, really quick, really easy, a great way to add a little bit of art to your sets, and an easy way to add some extra income to your services. And I should mention that I did stamp over top of a no wipe gel top coat for these 3 nails. So for these 3 nails, I am using the sticky base coat because I'm going to do some reverse stamping. So I'm just showing you that I'm applying a thin layer of the sticky base coat to each of these nails, and by the time I get the image on my stamper and fill in the image with some color, the sticky base coat is perfectly dried with that little bit of stickiness. So for the first nail, I'm going to do something really simple and some layered stamping for this nail. And for all of these designs, I will be using Maniology stamping polishes that I have in my collection as well. Okay, I like the concept of what I was trying to do with this nail, but I didn't really like how it turned out, but I just kept going with it because I thought maybe after you do something, do you ever just think, oh, I should have done this instead? Yeah, that was this nail. And then for the next design, I'm going to do some reverse stamping. So I'm going to start out with this pearl white stamping polish and then use other stamping polishes to color inside the lines. And you know what? When you have a camera in front of you and your eyes are tired, coloring in between the lines is not that easy sometimes. I wasn't sure how this was going to turn out until I turned my stamper around and placed it on the nail tip. You just gotta trust the process with the reverse stamping. This is such a unique technique and so fun to do. Makes you feel like a real artist. At least it does for me. Okay, let's move on to the next design, which is also going to be a reverse stamping design. And this was another one I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but it turned out so cute. This reminds me of the lovebirds I did back for Valentine's Day. And I thought I would just fill in the empty gaps on the nail tip and do some dots. And lastly, I will go in with a smudge-free top coat from Maniology and put a thin layer on and just let it dry for about 30 to 60 seconds. And here's a close-up of the three designs. So cute. I mean, the blue nail tip is not my favorite, I'll be honest, but the other two, I quite like how those turned out. Then a recap of the 6 designs that were so quick, so easy, and I think a lot of fun for spring and Easter. And I have to say, for winging it, again, I didn't do too bad, except for that blue Easter egg one. Okay, let's not focus on the negative here. I really like the middle green one on the bottom of the screen where it's dark green and then lighter green swirls. Just from having that light green base, that is so cool. And you can do that with any combination of colors. And then the little bird, oh my gosh, or the duck, I guess it is, that one is my favorite on that plate. And then a recap of everything that I received from Maniology, the 2 plates, 3 stamping polishes, and the star of the show, I have to say, is the Lotus Mat. I was so impressed with the quality and the thickness of the mat, how well it cleaned up, how it didn't stain when I put the drops of polish on there for the reverse stamping. It didn't stain at all. The acetone took it right off, and it rolls up really nicely, and I just put it back in the box when I'm not using it. So you can buy these products from the Maniology website, and I will put the link in the description box below. And don't forget, I do have my discount code Auralite10, and you save 10% off your purchase. And thank you so much for reaching out to me when you have purchased something. I get messages of people getting excited that they got their first Maniology order, and I just really appreciate you sharing your excitement with me. So thank you for that. I personally have really been enjoying using the Maniology products. Their stamping polishes I am just so impressed with. Even after a year, they do not dry out. If I haven't used a polish in a while, I can open up the bottle and it is like new. So I think that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed what I tried to create for you. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, and the bell notification, because then you get notified of when I upload new videos. And that is it. We will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.